Welcome to Beyond the Books. I'm Kiara Cotton, and today's episode is for the sports fans. We're here at the Cleveland Public Library in downtown, where of course they have tons of books for you to check out, but they also have a lot of sports history. In this episode, we'll make our way to the 5th floor of the Louis Stokes Wing downtown to the Sports Research Center. It's dedicated entirely to sports history. We'll talk about more than 25,000 books, magazines, photographs, autographs, and audio history recordings. We'll also visit Tech Central, a spot in the library where you can create sports memorabilia, like customizing your very own jersey. Located in between the main library and the Louis Stokes Wings. I'm joined today by DeFranco Barnes, who's the program coordinator here at the library. DeFranco, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. We're here to talk about the Writers and Readers program. Talk to me about what that even means.
Okay, so we have our Writers and Readers program where we host different authors at the Cleveland Public Library, where we bring people out for a free event where we provide food and book signings and things like that.
Yeah, and I know we have a very special guest. Today's episode is all about sports, so who's the guest that's going to be featured at this program?
So the guest that we have for this event, Beyond the Diamond, is Larry Lester. Larry Lester is a historian, he's an award-winning author, and he knows everything it is to know about Black baseball.
Absolutely amazing. I understand it's the 80th anniversary. Talk to me about how that all ties in with this moment.
Yeah, so it's the 80th anniversary for the Buckeyes championship game in 1945.
Why should people come out? Give us a quick pitch on why people should come out and enjoy this event.
The reason why people should come out is the Cleveland Public Library tries to provide different things for all types of people, and for a casual sports fan, this would be a great time to come out and learn more about the history of Cleveland and the Negro Baseball League.
Yeah, and we all know that Clevelanders love baseball, so we want to highlight that. But why was it important for the library to highlight baseball?
This is important for the library to highlight baseball just because of all the history that has occurred here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Absolutely. And when is this event happening?
This event will be on August 8th at the main location from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
All right, that's right. DeFranco Barnes, project coordinator here at the Cleveland Public Library. Listen, again, today's episode is all about sports, and we have more of that on the way after the break.
Cleveland Public Library is the People's University. As the center of learning for a diverse and inclusive community, Cleveland Public Library is much more than books. Our vision is to put opportunity within reach and empower people. We are a free resource for people of all ages and all abilities. From kindergartners learning to read, to teens discovering career paths, to adults and seniors pursuing new hobbies and interests. The library has something for everyone and offers a world of possibilities for you to discover and unlock. Visit Cleveland Public Library and access free programs and services in arts and culture, social services, literature, technology, family and education, and much more. Learn more at cpl.org and start your story with us at the People's University.
Welcome back to Beyond the Books, the show that uncovers everything that our city's libraries have to offer. And today's episode is all about sports, and that's why we're here at the Sports Research Center in the Louis Stokes Wing on the 5th floor of the Cleveland Public Library downtown. Joining me today is Pete Elwell, the subject department librarian.
Yes.
Of course, we're here at the library, of course. Pete, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Talk to me a little bit about the Sports Research Center for those who at home who don't know.
Well, the Sports Research Center opened about 15 years ago to consolidate all of our sports archive material. So we focus on Cleveland and primarily on baseball. And that is because we got a lot of baseball collections from baseball historians many years ago. So we have stuff going back to the 1800s. The collections included clipping files, pamphlets, books, and audio tapes.
Amazing.
So we keep a lot of that here. Some of it we have on display here,
You've
some of the
created
books.
quite a spread for us.
Yes.
Tell me a little about some of the things we're seeing here.
So one of the things we focus on is baseball fiction. We have a lot of the books over there. Those will go back to the 1800s. That's a very unique collection. We also have some clipping files and some game programs. This one's really interesting because it's from 1923. It's Indians versus Yankees, and in there is Babe Ruth and Gehrig, which is pretty interesting.
Heck yeah, pretty notable names, right?
Yes, very. So it's very valuable. We keep it locked up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we got the baseball guide from Napoleon Lajoie, who was the player manager and who we were named after at one time.
Yeah. So for folks at home, can anybody come in and view these things?
Yes.
And then will you help them out, or how does it all work?
Of course, we love having people in. So we love doing the research, but a lot of people come in to take a look at some of these photos that we also have.
Yeah.
So we got this one is from League Park, which is, I don't know the year, but I'm guessing about the 1920s. Those are kids that were peeking through to watch a game. That's over at 66 in Lexington. That's still there. They have redid the whole park there, and it's really a nice place to go to.
A beautiful place for folks to enjoy here in the city for sure. Talk to me a little bit about some of these other things. Why did you select these things specifically?
These are recent donations from Russ Dahlberg, who was a collector of a lot of stuff, Cleveland, and also from his other town where he lived in Philadelphia. And we just started getting some of this back. This is material that we didn't have. These were Indian sketchbooks. So I thought these were really unique. I've left them in their protective case so that they don't get too much sun damage right now.
Sure.
So we'll put them in protective cases eventually, but then people will come in and view them. We often use them for displays and stuff like that as
Amazing.
well.
So Pete, we're going to talk a little bit about the history. You told me before we got started that this all started with the clipping system, right?
Correct.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, how historians used to arrange material and research is they would clip stuff out of the newspapers and they would put it in a particular order based on subject or year. This one in particular goes back to 1925. This is part of the Mears Murdoch collection, and it's very extensive. We have just a few that we keep out here for display, but we have about 150 of these cases upstairs in a compact storage unit because they don't fit down here. We don't have enough room for it. So.
And so if someone was coming to the library and said, hey, I want to see the clippings from 1942, they could do that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, depending on which area they're looking for. We primarily have Cleveland, but we will have some other ones. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati are included in those files as well.
Incredible. And I know that we're gearing up here at the library to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the Cleveland team. So talk to me a little bit about the Cleveland Buckeyes.
The Cleveland Buckeyes were part of the Negro Leagues. They won the championship in 1945. It was over in League Park where they won it. And it was a great team, had a lot of great players, some who could have had great careers in MLB if they had been a little bit younger when they started to integrate the league. Sam Jethro is one that always comes to mind. So we do have the program from the series in 1945, as well as a pennant, and some other photos that go along with that. So yeah, it was a great team, and they beat a great team in that World Series. So.
Absolutely incredible. Pete, first of all, how did you get so much knowledge about this? Tell me your story.
I've been working here for a long time. I enjoy sports. Baseball is probably one of my favorite. And I've been in here, and I was glad when we opened this because it gave me kind of an outlet. I've always worked with a lot of members who do a lot of research, particularly in baseball. So it was kind of a natural fit for me.
Absolutely amazing. Pete, thank you so much for taking the time to share with us all of this amazing history. Again, this is located on the 5th floor of the Louis Stokes wing of the main library. Again, this is the Sports Research Center. Again, today's episode is all about sports. And coming up after the break, we're going to head over to the Tech Central where you can make your own customized sports memorabilia. Stay tuned.
Today's vote, in my eyes, is not a very difficult one.
Welcome back to Beyond the Books. We have made our way down to Tech Central, and joining me now to tell us what we can bring to life in this amazing space is Tech Central manager Susie Perez. Susie, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Talk to me about Tech Central and what you guys do here.
Right. Tech Central recently went through renovations, and we opened up a couple months ago, and so we are really happy to be able to share all the new technology that we have available for everybody.
What kind of technology do you have available to the public?
So before we closed, we had laser engravers, large format printers, 3D printers, and with our renovation we added a UV printer, an embroidery machine, and a vacuum former.
Wow. So lots of heavy duty equipment that people wouldn't have at home. So
Exactly.
An amazing resource for us to have here in Northeast Ohio. But we've been spending the day talking all about sports, and I hear you can make some pretty cool things with all of those tools that you mentioned.
Yes. With this space being free to the public, you have access to so many pieces of equipment. You can make banners, you can do t-shirts, you can do buttons, you can do first day of school on our laser engraver. So there's just a number of things that you can do in the space.
Absolutely incredible. And again, as you mentioned, it's free and it's open to the public. What are your hours?
The space is open 10 to 5:30, with the last appointment being at 5 o'clock, Monday through Saturday.
Incredible. And of course, I'm assuming that you guys help people make all this stuff happen, right?
Absolutely. I have a full staff ready to help you turn your ideas into reality.
Absolutely amazing, Susie. And you were able to customize this jersey here with your very own last name on the back.
Yep,
Check
our
that
Tech
out.
Central All-Stars.
Yeah, absolutely crazy, incredible. Susie, thank you so much for sharing with us about this amazing space. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want the folks at home to know?
I just want everyone to know that this is your public library. It's free to you as a card holder. Please come down and utilize your equipment.
Absolutely amazing. Susie, thank you so much for sharing with us. I hope that you all enjoyed this episode of Beyond the Books. I'm Kiara Cotton, and we'll see you next time.